So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. We're going to be going over the latest update from eFootball. There it is, version 2.3.0. Now, I gave this a very minute bash last night, mainly because maintenance was off and about, so you could only play a trial match, against the AI. The problem is there's just no point. What is the point of playing a trial match? I mean, I'm still going to go on about this. And I think we're all getting just a little bit more annoyed with the way things are kind of going. And not just like with Konami as a whole. Well, maybe as Konami as a whole. But like, they're just not giving us any direction of where this game's going. Like, they had a roadmap, and we could go back and look at this stuff. They had a roadmap at the beginning of the year, and it's all changed. Edit mode was meant to come before the end of the year was out. That's not happened. Master League, that's fine. We knew that was coming 2023. But even if edit mode was to drop right now, what's the point of it? Like, what is the actual point of edit mode in the game? It's not going to do anything for us because people play online. They don't really care what the kits look like, right? Edit mode, the whole point of it is to sort of cater in with Master League and then sort that all out. But anyway, I could do a whole video on Konami and the way they've sort of just... Communication, right, is a key. It's key in anything. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or you're a developer or you have a job as a marketing director, blah, blah, blah. It's all about communication. We just don't get anything from Konami. We really don't. But anyway, that's for another day. As always, let's dive into it. Now, the first thing I will say, they've actually updated the website a little bit from the looks of it, and I'm going to make Michelle smaller. As you can see, so now there is actually like a proper tab where they've actually sort of put this in sections, so it's a lot easier to go through. So well done, Konami. You did something, but it's not related to the game. So the first thing, updates and additions. So on the PS5, PS4, all that jazz, it's pretty standard stuff. They've updated the player roster for certain Campeonato Brasileiro. That's not how you say it. But the Brazilian league clubs have been updated roster-wise. They've updated various player and manager data. I mean, they're not telling us what. It's just the following data has been updated. Uniforms, which means kits, right? Well, what kits? Put next to it what kits have been updated so we know. Because I don't know. I don't design the game. Field side advertising boards. Right, what have you done to it? Let us know. Media backdrops. What have you done with that? What's been updated? And then boots. What boots? What have you added? Adidas, Nike, Puma, Reebok? I don't know. Commentary? No idea as well. And then photos. What photos? What players have been updated? Konami, give us more information, because I would like to be able to go into the game and show you guys, look, they've updated these photos, these kits, but I have no clue, because that's all we get. And then, I know, it's just me ranting and whining. I think I've just got sick of it, and I'm at that point, you know what I mean? I can't do a Master League anymore because there is no content. And I don't want to play trial match anymore. It's boring. And online is online. You play the same matches, the same events, against the same players, against the same teams. I don't find that fun, personally, but, to each his own. Then we've got the the iOS, and Android. Same thing, pretty much. They've updated whatever they've updated. And I will say that the reason why this game is where it is, folks, is purely down to mobile players. I'm not having a go at mobile players. Play the game, right? But they're the reason why Konami are doing what they're doing. The game was in such a better state, and I thought it was getting better when we didn't worry about the mobile. As soon as that mobile version hit, we lost a lot of stuff. I mean, we really did. The gameplay changed. It became a lot more auto-friendly. And then it seems to have slowed everything down. Konami really have to separate the two games, and they won't do it. And the reason I'm saying this is I've got a PlayStation 5. The game looks like a PlayStation 3 game on a PS5. It doesn't look good on mobile. I mean, the pitch doesn't look good. The turf doesn't look good. I'm going to do a 100% proper comparison with graphics on eFootball at some point. I'm also going to do a proper comparison between PES 21 and eFootball and just go through different aspects, because PES 21 looks superior graphically to eFootball, and we just should not be at this state with the game. The game should be so much better. It's been out 15 months now, folks, and it's not where it should be. Anyway, I'll just keep complaining. Dribbling. Let's talk about it. And I'm going to go through these. Whether you want to watch this or not, it's up to you. But I'm going to go through each one, talk about it, and see if they've actually done a whole lot. So regarding the dribbling, they've implemented adjustments so that players will be less likely to move away from the ball when they make contact with an opponent while dribbling. Okay. And once again, you really have to... I know you got to play the game to see these changes. But then there's no point, because once again, you can play trial match... completely different to playing online. Suddenly online, if the connection's not good enough, it's tits up, and it will just play completely different to playing on a trial game. Right, they've implemented adjustments to enhance maneuverability following a sharp touch. Okay, I mean, anytime you enhance anything, I guess that's a plus. They've implemented adjustments regarding body contact so that a shield will only be triggered when within a certain distance from the opposing player. That sounds good, because I will say the shielding on this game did get I mean, you could literally shield the ball from anywhere and it would look a little bit wrong. So the fact that they've made adjustments regarding body contact so that a shield will only trigger when you're in a certain distance from an opposing player, I mean, I think that is a positive there, but we'll try it out when we play the game. Implemented adjustments so that when inputting a ball touch command as well as a shield command at times of ball contention, the ball touch command input will now be prioritized, and instances of possession loss due to the shield command being prioritized. Well, what on earth does that mean? Who writes this stuff? Like, why you gotta make it sound all technical? You're talking to us, make it simple. That just doesn't... The ball touch command input will now be prioritized, and instances of possession loss due to the shield command being prioritized will be reduced. I feel like I'm at school. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Right, next, passing. So they've implemented adjustments so that when inputting a pass command, a more adequate target will be selected with respect to the directional input and power gauge input. But this is all stuff that should have been addressed. I feel like we're just going through the same updates that come out, and it's like they mess one thing up and then they fix another one, but we've already had that fixed in a previous update, but because something else messed it up, now they're fixing it again. We shouldn't be doing this, going round and round and round in circles. I mean, once again, that sounds good, and sure, you want the player to be correctly passed to, but we'll see. Implemented adjustments so that through passes will now be played towards spaces that are harder for defenders to intercept with respect to the opposition player's positioning and direction of movement. Yeah, I mean, that, once again, that sounds good, but for me, that's making things a little bit more automated, because now through passes will now just be played towards the space more, so the defenders will never get it. But then it's like you're kind of balancing the auto defending with the auto pass through ball. So yeah, we'll see. Keep saying we'll see, but we will see. Implemented adjustments so that through passes will now be played towards spaces. Already said that one. Implemented adjustments so that when a player makes body contact as he jumps for a header, it is now less likely for the player to lose his balance. All right, I mean, we've seen that a few times. I mean, I would say this should be down to a player's like balance ability. I mean, if he's got a solid balance stat, then he shouldn't be falling over his own ass. But if he hasn't, then he should. Traps, and not these traps. We're talking about trapping the ball. Implemented adjustments so that players will now move to an adequate position in anticipation of oncoming mid-air balls in a quicker manner. Okay, well, that's kind of due to responsiveness, because they're quickening things up. Right, we've got a long one here. Prepare yourself. In scenarios where a directional input is performed at the same time with a cross command just before the player traps the ball, the directional key input could be registered as a ball touch direction instead of a cross direction, which causes the player to make an unnecessary turn. As such, adjustments were implemented so that when a player tried to trap the ball at a certain speed, these combinations of command inputs will not affect the direction of the imminent ball touch, and the player will play a cross right after touch taking a... That's far too long, Konami. Just bullet point that. Summarize it. Jeez Louise. But I did play yesterday, as I said, a few games. And I felt like every time I tried to control a ball with a player, they kind of just went a little bit tits up. That's going to be one of the emojis I make, by the way. Tits up. Favorite saying. But anyway, whatever this means, figure it out. I mean, so Konami don't make this easy for themselves. Defense. So, it implemented adjustments to the triggering conditions of blocking motions when defending oncoming shots or crosses. Right, now they're not stating if this is a negative or a positive thing. They're just saying triggering conditions of blocking motions. Okay, so have you enhanced it or decreased it? Because I do feel like players do block the ball a lot, very automated. I would hope they maybe tone that down a bit, but there's no sign of that. Fix the issue regarding man marking, where players' positioning may be unnatural when the opposition is attacking deep in the team's own half. Regarding man marking, where players' positioning may be unnatural. All right, so they've enhanced the man marking a wee bit. They have also... Is this the one we're on? Implemented adjustments regarding man marking so that players will now position themselves more adequately with respect to the opposition's ball holder's position. Why is my mouse playing up again? Implemented adjustments to the positioning of players during a match up. Fair enough. Just make the players responsive. You know, I know they've got to cater to mobile. We go on about this all the time, and people have to realize this. And please put it in your brain, folks, that because this is a mobile game on a PlayStation as well, and an Xbox and a PC, they can't do as much as we want them to. I don't think this game is ever going to get to the levels that we want it to because they are factoring in the mobile. You can't have that. How can they said they could do like the whole, you know, you can have enhanced graphics on the PS5 as well as the mobile, but how can you tweak the gameplay? I still don't understand this. And nothing's changed my mind with that fact. I still feel like the mobile version is hindering this game massively. And Konami aren't going to change it because all they're seeing is the old dollar signs. Right, AI. Oh no, we got fouls. Here we go. Let's see what they've done with fouls. So they fixed the issue regarding offside decisions, where if a foul is committed immediately after an offside as a result of body contact, the subsequent foul is prioritized and hence a foul is called instead of the offside. Okay, that's one good point so far we've had, because yeah, that was annoying because the game just thinks, oh, he's offside, forget the foul. Fix the issue regarding foul decisions, where a foul may be called if the player who is first to the ball makes a slight body contact with the opposition player in a degree that should not amount to a foul. I had that happen to me, so good to see that possibly is addressed. I don't know if it's fixed 100%. I'm just going by the notes, and they're only notes. AI. So let's have a look at the AI, which they don't normally fix a whole lot. They fixed the issue regarding versus AI matches, where matchups performed in defensive scenarios by the AI control team may sometimes be unnatural. Okay, I don't know if that's, once again, if it's have they reduced it, enhanced it, improved it. I mean, they said it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Fix the issue where players with the anchor man, so someone like Casemiro, playing style may position themselves in a unnatural forward position in the opposition half during offensive scenarios, even if all other opposition players have tracked back into their own half. Well, yeah, that's something that needed to be addressed. Fix the issue where players with the anchorman playing style may chase the opposition ball holder all the way to the forward position during defensive scenarios. So clearly the anchorman trait was broken, right? And this is what I mean about communication. If this was the problem, and clearly there was a problem with the anchorman playing style, because I've seen this happen, by the way, when I was using Casemiro, he'd just bugger off, just boop, straight up forward, up top. They should be telling us this, saying, look, there's a problem with Anchorman, we're trying to fix it, and then I probably wouldn't use an Anchorman in my team. Once again, lack of communication. Implemented adjustments so that the players with the track back playing style will go into wider positions in attempts to gain the back possession during defensive scenarios. Once again, communicate with us, Konami. Tell us, look, the track back trait is doing this, so take that into account when you're picking your teams. Just tell us. Simple. And then finally, the best one of them all, other gameplay enhancements. As we know, fix the issue where the cursor may unnecessarily I thought this was going to be the general bug fixes, so it's not. Fix the issue where the cursor may unnecessarily switch even when cursor change is set to semi-assist. I always use semi-assist. I think most people do. So there was obviously a problem with that and it unnecessarily switching. And then you've got the iOS, Android. Once again, I don't care about them. It's probably exactly the same, if a little bit different, but I'm not going over those because I'm really only concerned. I will never play the mobile version of eFootball. I've tried it. I don't enjoy it, and it's not for me. If you can use a controller with it, I might give it a bash, but you still can't use a controller, even though that was in the game plan or their match or their whole roadmap. Still waiting. Global improvements. Implemented adjustments to the transition speed of certain screens, so hopefully they've improved the transitional speed. Implemented enhancements to online matchmaking, good, and a variety of minor adjustments have been made to each mode of matches to the aim of improving the overall gaming experience. The favorite saying that they always do. And then they've got some other little bugs as well. These are not gameplay related. They are just things like online matches that concluded normally may be deemed as forfeited matches. Online matches may suddenly become inoperable and be deemed as forfeited. Yeah, well, you need to sort out those cheating bastards that, just cheat. In some stadiums, the patterns of the towels held by fans may change in certain cutscenes. Comedy. And then, there's a few other things here. Game plan related and nothing too mental, and that's pretty much it, folks. I mean, that's all the patch notes. I know it took a bit of time to go through it, but we might as well, and then if we kind of go over real quickly to Twitter, just to go over a few points. I mean, this was something that Carrasco put out here, a Sergio Ramos update. That looks pants. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this is what we're getting. And if this is on, I mean, I really hope this is on like mobile, to be honest, because it just doesn't look good. I mean, even PES 21 had better graphics than that. This is what we need from Konami: a big whopping update, graphically, lighting, everything to make the game at least look like you're playing some sort of a next-gen game. But no chance. Then we've got obviously Durandil, big modder, who obviously goes into the code. He likes to look at what Konami have been doing, and he said some Master League props only visible in the mobile version files, mics, pens, PC cut paper. Note that they seem to have taken screenshots of their dev tool to simulate the PC texture. And then, this was just kind of in Maya, showing a few little things. So I don't know, They'll have the same cutscene as in PES 21, where they're sitting on the table, having a conversation with a mug right there. Moving down, we've got the acrobatic finish that Mednasa was talking about as well. Upcoming Shining Stars. I don't know if these are actually legit or not. Then we got someone talking about this. But yeah, I mean, we got, once again, version 2.3 is online, but where is the promised edit mode? I mean, I told you this when I went to, LA. The edit mode is behind, okay? They're like 6 months behind. So edit mode will not be coming. I can't see edit mode happening before like June. And then Master League now, probably like 9-10 months away, if I'm being really honest with you. But there's no point holding your breath. Do it. No, if you hold your breath, you'll be dead. Then we got obviously Spoonie was doing his little stream as well. DeMarco has a new face scan. There he is. It's just weird. Like, some faces look decent, and then you got some that just look tripe. And then you've got your usual cards, which, this is what eFootball's about, folks. It's all about cards and more cards. And guess what? More cards. Yeah, that's it. Cristiano Ronaldo's player thumbnail is updated. So he's now realized, Ronaldo, that he has no club to play for, and he looks annoyed. Well, you did it to yourself, Cristiano Ronaldo. What else do we have here? Another face update, it looks like. Predictions. Got Neymar Jr. telling you how to, spice up the old cards as well. And the usual... Oh, that was Seppo. I think he managed to pick up... What's the name? He got a legend. Is he German? Yeah. Rummenigge. There you go. Did you guys get anyone? Let me know. And then you got them faces there. More faces. Okay, is this the new ball they've added? This is what I mean. This things we have to look up because Konami don't want to tell us. The problem is, you get all these balls, half the events, you can't use them. You have to use the eFootball Mickey Mouse ball. And, yeah, just some other things going on. Oh, look, there's a Qatar face pack. Who's that? PES 21? But this is what I mean. This is like the level that PES 21 has. eFootball's not even close to that. Not even close. Very, very worrying. But that's about it, folks. I'm not going to go on about it. It is what it is. There's your patch notes. There it is. Let me know if you played it. What do you make of it? But as I said, like, playing a trial match against the CPU right now with these patches and updates, which you're going to get the best experience on trial match because you're not hooked up to online. You're playing the CPU. There's no worry about sort of also, like, play style. So every team plays a lot better. But there's no point because me playing a trial match gives me no satisfaction at all in the slightest, and there's no content. So we are where we are. Anyway, we'll be back when we're back. Until next time, subscribe for more. Sorry I was a bit whiny today, but I'm just sick of it, to be honest. It's just the same old, and, you know, Konami, like I said, just communicate. Even the patch notes. As I said at the beginning here, let us know what photos have updated, which boots have you added, which kits have been updated. Don't just put kits. It's madness. Anyway, till next time, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.